Good morning, everybody. I got my Marilyn Monroe get up on. Walking through this life is a little bit like, well, walking. If you stare down at your feet and don't look in front of you, you're going to stumble. If you're constantly looking behind you, over your shoulder, worried, anxious, or distracted, thinking, not paying attention where you're placing your steps, about your internal world, your thoughts, your anxieties, your worries, your woes, your problems, the thoughts that swirl around our head all the time, and not focused and attentive to what is happening in the moment, you're going to stumble. If you literally turn around and look backward, thinking about the past, drudging up the past, dreaming of the past, if you felt like you were in a better era and now that era is gone. You are in your journey where you are in your journey. And if you look backward with either blame or shame or shackles, or feeling that it's the cause of where you are, or missing what you had, you're going to stumble. In this life, we need to be focused and attentive to the reality of the situation. Our life is not inside our mind, our life is our life. It includes your inner world, of course, but it also includes what's happening around you right at this present moment. And you need to be mindful of where you're placing your feet so you don't trip and fall. You need to be present with your attention and focus, conscious of your decisions, what you're doing in a day, in that moment, with yourself and with your time. Rather than clinging on to a yesterday that's over, for whatever reason, because you will lose your footing. You will miss steps. You will miss your present moment. And the present moment is all we have. That is our life. If you spend too much time in your head or in the past, you will miss your own life. You should be attentive to what is happening now, where you're placing your foot, the action that you are doing, step by step, so you don't step on glass and get a splinter, stub your toe, fall on your face. And so you can appreciate the beautiful scenery that you're passing. And rather than turning around and looking backward, you should spend time looking forward. As much time as you spend placing one foot in front of the other, mindfully, consciously making choice and decision how you're going to act in a day, you should spend that much time, equal proportion, looking forward to where it is that you are walking toward, what it is you are walking for, why it is you are making the steps that you're making. Where is your destination, short or long term? Or you're just walking aimlessly and you will tire yourself out, feeling unfulfilled and pointless if you don't have some vague destination. It will also motivate you to take the steps you need each day because you'll know why you are taking them, because you're heading over here. When you know why you are walking, where you are walking toward, you have more motivation to keep walking. So keep one eye on your footsteps in the present moment, appreciating this thing that is your life, and making conscious movement through your life, conscious steps, with the next appropriate action, decision, behavior, approach to a situation the most effective manner, balanced, level-headed, balanced approach, so you don't trip and fall or miss what's happening around you. Smell the roses, look at the trees, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the movement of your body, appreciate your health, appreciate the company with which you walk on a daily basis. And so you don't find yourself stumbling, falling, aimless, or even actually walking backward, chasing after a past that no longer exists, or living in a past that no longer exists, so you no longer move forward, chained to a past that no longer exists, and so you're dead in the water. You don't go anywhere. Or chained to a present you should let go of and you're refusing to move on. Keep equal attention on tomorrow, and tomorrow's tomorrow, on the future. It's better to be conscientious of where you are now, mindful of what you're doing now, with an attention and intention toward where you are going tomorrow, with what you are doing now, because you will reap the rewards tomorrow of what we have done today. And so if you are looking forward, eyes up, not at your feet, not in your head, not in your history, but appreciating the present moment, one footstep after another, with your eye on a destination. Doesn't have to be a big one, but a reason, a meaning in why you are doing what you are doing, knowing full well that you will reap the rewards of what you sow today, tomorrow. Alan Watts gave a little story about driving a ship. And when you're steering a boat through water, and you look behind you, and you see the wake left behind, is the wake steering the ship? Or is the wake the echo left behind? You are steering the ship each moment. And it's far more important to be attentive to where you're steering the ship so you do not crash. And to have some vague notion, if not a clear notion, of where you're steering that ship to by what you are doing in a day. Careful and conscious decisions with an intention, with an eye on the present and an eye on the future, with your head held high, equal parts in here and out here, aware that you are driving the ship with each decision and choice that you make today, pushing you closer to where you'll be tomorrow, based on the decisions you made today, not based on the wake behind the ship. Life is like that. Be present, be mindful, be in the moment. Watch your steps. Think, but don't think so much you miss the moment. Value your history, but don't get trapped in it. Don't get distracted by it. Don't miss your life because of it. Don't be unable to move forward because of it. Don't spiral backwards because of it. Don't spend too long steering off the bow of the ship toward the wake in the water. You'll crash the boat. Be conscious of your steering. Be appreciative of your company. Be appreciative of this boat ride. It's beautiful. Appreciate your today, because your today is your life. And as much as possible, keep one eye open, looking forward, not backward, because forward is the rest of your life. And that is unwritten, and that can go any which way, depending on how you point the ship. If you are paying attention, depending on which way you walk, if you are paying attention. Whether it will be a good destination or a bad one, you have to pay attention to the long term. The long-term projection of your life. Tomorrow, next week, next month, 5 years, 10 years, where will you be? Who will you be? Who will you be with? Who would you like to be? So you know why you're taking the steps today that you are taking. Da da da, drum roll please. I look always forward. I look ahead. Quote of the day. I look always forward. I look ahead. Modified a little bit because I don't think you should always be in the future, because it's an imagination, a projection. Nor should you be in the past, because it's just a memory. And you don't want to miss what is. And you don't want to be using what is simply as a platform to get to where you're going to be tomorrow. You do that forever, you miss your whole life. But you should have your attention in the now. And where you're going, just as if you're walking down the sidewalk, so goes your life. I look always forward. I look ahead. Good morning, goodbye, have a good day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Oh, won't you be my neighbor? Love you guys. Good morning. Goodbye.